Welcome back to Simulated Mind, and welcome back to Master Leaf Blower. We're heading straight to the offices. Suddenly, your phone rings. Yes, please? Interesting. Hello, my friend. It's me, your old friend. Meet me at my office. You can help me. Hello, my friend. It's me, your old friend. Yep, that specifies it. Let's go. Hopefully you've been doing well. Thank you so very much so for joining me for another Master Leaf Blower. I'm excited to jump on in and check out the offices with you today. Should be quite interesting. So far, there have been some unique stories to each section or each map, I guess, if you will, a portion of the map. I would love to see more tools down the line in early access. So far, the ones there are pretty interesting, but straightforward. Mostly it's just batteries and then the rake, but I would love to see more. Uh-oh, here we go. So going fast in this, like you could, it just gets you out of this little mini game quicker, but you don't have to. I wonder if we keep it in like the green, if we have better control. Not really. Oh, there we go. My bad. Sorry. Everything's fine. How are you? You really have to tap if you're using Lost. I can only imagine if you're on a controller. Oh boy. I don't think I could do that. What the fuck? What the hell? What was that? Oh, that's cool. Well, it's just speed now. Now I don't care. So evidently my truck just randomly decided to do a wheelie and all the bags just leapt out of my truck bed. So that's cool. So now I don't care. It shouldn't have done that. I was in the green. I wasn't going that fast. I didn't, suddenly accelerate. So that's just a bug issue that will hopefully be addressed later on in early access. Yeah, I think so far, I like the concept. I wouldn't mind if they used a real artist instead of AI, is what I'm assuming from this. But I like the direction they're going visually. I really like the maps once we're inside of them. I think that's great. Again, having more setting options would be fantastic, and hopefully it will be coming soon. Maybe tweaking the control on the truck would be great. There are a few things, but I like the direction. I like the music. I like the concepts. So it's quite interesting, honestly. I am really having a good time with it. All right, so the office. Call me when you arrive, friend. I have a job for you. Hello, my friend. Thank you for calling. I'm not here right now, but I need your help. I need to get rid of some papers out of the office. A little window open for you. Get as much papers out of here before cops arrive. I know you can do it, my friend. I'll pay you well, and I'll have more work for you in the future. Get the papers out the window before the cops arrive. Uh-oh. All right. Here we go. Ooh, that's actually real quick. Lower that down. All right, yeah. By the way, thank you for the comment, MacGyver, on crouching. I didn't even think about crouching to get a lower angle. It'll give us a bit more of an advantage. They had mentioned it for the ducks, and I was like, oh, yeah. I didn't even think about there being a crouch because I don't think I've used it. There really hasn't been a need per se. So thank you very much for bringing that up. I appreciate you. It's a good strat. Yep, and then just lift it up. So that whole swish and flick we learned last time. So getting a good angle, not focusing too much on small amounts of items that you need to blow out. And of course, getting a good low angle at that can help quite a bit. Work hard until you die. Oh my goodness. All right. You know, that is what some people believe, and I don't understand it. Both from like a boss perspective, where they're like, well, you should be working all the time, and how dare you not work 8 hours straight? It's like, no, that's not how people work. That's not how brains work. That's not how the body works. You need time to rest, you need time to recoup, to reassess. Otherwise, you're just going to put out really bad work. Of course, some people are like, oh, you got to hustle and do, 75 jobs at once. And I'm just like, no. I mean, you can do that, but you don't have any time for anything. Like, I had an uncle who was a truck driver. He spent like 100 hours a week working on stuff. And he had good money. He made over $100,000 a year and had a boat and a motorcycle and all this other stuff. He could never use it. He could never use it. He never had time because he was always working. And then he ended up having back problems because he overworked himself so much. He had to get back surgery, then eventually go on disability, and it's not worth it, both physically and mentally, to try to either put in a ton of hours or to have multiple jobs. Now, if you have to have the jobs to pay bills, that's understandable. You know, I'm not saying don't, or if you want to do multiple things, that's totally up to you. Like, again, your choice. But I don't think, in order for people to be successful, they have to do 50 million things. It's interesting. I don't think I've seen a medal pop up yet. So I guess it's either you do it or you don't kind of thing. So we're trying to get to 100. We're close. We have 65% battery, so we're looking good. All right, we got to get some of these out of the cubicles. Cubicles are the tricky thing. There we go, boom. Nice. We're on the next floor. The same problem here. I need you to get the papers out. Get the papers out the window before the cops arrive. I will say this is very impressive. Like, it's very cool ideas and stuff, especially for a single dev. So I give them the utmost respect. Again, there are some things that need to be tweaked, but that is what happens with early access. That's the whole point. But I really like this concept. I really, really do. Hopefully they do get some help with some translation work and do some rewriting on a few of the things. I think that would be nice. Having some secret items on each map would be cool too. As you're going, you just discover things like collectibles or something. I think that would be neat, especially for your hideout. Maybe unique skins for your blower or your rake or both would be cool. It's funny. It's like, oh, this is really important documentation. We need to get rid of it. Just blow it out the window for everyone to get, so that everyone has access to it. It's just really funny. It's over the top ridiculous, and I love it. And it gives you that zen sense, that feeling of like, ooh, I'm cleaning, I'm getting rid of a mess. Okay, we're not even halfway through. Let's go. We got stuff to do. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if we get an ability to run faster. That'd be nice. Or like buy sneakers or something in the shop. Especially for timed stuff, I think moving faster would be a very nice addition. Loop. There we go. I'm looking forward to when we can start blowing cops through the windows. It's just so ridiculous. I love it. Because the cop has their weapon drawn, and they're looking right at you. And you're just like, not today, son. Not today. Oh boy, we haven't even had half of it go out yet. All right, let's go through the center here. Yeah, I don't miss working in office buildings and cubicles and all that. I love working from home. Just being able to not have the pressures of other people around or the distractions. I can really just focus for the most part. It's just so nice. Not having to deal with other people's noise. And I mean, yeah, it's like, oh, you don't get the fun stuff like cake in the break room or something like that, but it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's nice if they buy you breakfast here and there or something, the company, but honestly, it's just really nice not to have to burn gas and having to deal with just being in traffic. Especially when I was in LA, just working from home, when I wasn't doing like acting jobs, like being able to just work from home was fantastic. Plus, if an audition came up, everything is pretty much self-tape now. It's very rare when it's in person nowadays. Almost everything is either recorded and then submitted, or it's a Zoom call. You'll still have callbacks, and they'll still be Zoom calls most of the time. But at least the initial audition, having it be also recorded, is super nice. It just gives you time to prep, not feel rushed, not have to deal with that whole uncertainty of like, who are you going to deal with? Is this casting director going to be cool, or are they going to be, you know, a jerk? Are they going to be helpful or in a rush? I've come across some amazing casting directors, but do it faster. Yeah, okay. Some of them have been amazing. Other ones, not so much. Bulk of them have not been great, honestly. They randomly just don't know how to work with actors, which is weird because, you know, that's their job. But they're definitely much more of an administrator for the producers anyway. But yeah, they just really don't know how to work with actors and get the best out of them. I'm not sure how we didn't go fast enough, because I have my finger on the shift key and we're barely going. We're just barely moving. I'm trying to get as much of it as possible, but yeah, it is just not happening. So I guess we'll just be a little bit more aggressive. Whatever that means. Yeah. Just kind of charging rather than really trying to aim or angle and hope for the best. Try to get it over these cubicle walls. Yeah, I think all of these are timed as well. I don't think it's like, oh, you have to get a certain percentage out. Because it's like, as you're going floor by floor, the cops are pretty much right behind you. Yeah, this is how fast we can run, which just feels so slow. Well, we're getting there. We're over 50, which is good. It's taking too long to run all the way down to the back of this office. So maybe if we don't make it this time around, we should just start from the back and just push everything forward. Because this is eating up a lot of our time. Oh, come on. Get out of there. I'm trying, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it again. I think this office unfortunately has one strat, which is just go from the back and push all the way forward first. Get most of the walking out in the beginning. Because there's just no way. Alright, let's just restart. Because it's not going to happen in a minute. I'm trying with this too, I really am, but man. It's just, there's not much of a run. With the distance you have to cover, it just becomes a pain. And it feels like you have to burn most of the time just pushing everything to the front. So get everything into the middle and then to the front. Good thing we have the extended battery life. It is good to finally have a bit of a challenge. Like, not that the other maps weren't challenging, because many of them we only have silver on, not even gold. But, you know, this definitely introduces a new challenge, which is nice. It's good to change the pace on some things. Alright, let's just spend the time running back. Let's get everything out of this side here. As this dead ends here anyway. Let everything hit the ceiling, wait for it to drop, and then hit it again. There we go. There is something weirdly satisfying about blowing all those documents out the window. Hard to believe that with all of the documents we've already blown out, we're not at even 70 yet. I've seen people beat this before in the demo. Or the early preview build or whatever they put out, but Man, I am like I'm struggle bussing here. Man, we were like so close too. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh no. You're kidding. Oh, thank goodness. All right. Oh, man. So third time's a charm on that first one. Hi, friend. I need to get some evidence, papers out. Get the papers out of here. Blow them through the open window. One cop is here quick before others arrive. Why do you have me staring at the side of the elevator?
We're going to be placed under arrest.
Bye. Well, there we go. Also, let's lower this again. Yeah, so the office spaces keep getting larger and larger, and papers keep getting more and more spread out. So that's where the difficulty definitely comes in, as well as just dealing with a timer. It's so bad that I want to see this in real life. It's just someone just do this in real life. Not blow someone out of a window with a leaf blower, but the rest of it, you know? Yeah, this needs to be worked on a bit too. Too many of the items that you blow tend to get caught in the environment and get stuck on stuff, more so than they should. Like, they even kind of get embedded into the material, the environment elements, so... I know it's easier said than done, though, of course, but that could be worked on a little bit. That would be awesome. Love how neat these papers are all laid out. Yeah, I would love little secrets, finding little collectibles and stuff. I think that'd be really cool. Stuff that could show up like in your hideout. Hearing the constant siren too definitely puts on some pressure. See if we can push all this over. I actually really like this music for this level. Well, just any level, I think this is a good one. Guitar riffs and everything. I really wish you would run faster. We're getting close though, but I think it's gonna be tight again. Keep getting caught on stuff as well, which doesn't help. Alright, we've got a pretty good grouping here of papers. Let's see, can we... Oh no, those are getting stuck underneath the desk. Come on. Nope. Alright. Trying to get as big of groups as possible, but it's becoming tougher and tougher as these papers stick to the wall, to the ceiling, or to the wall, to the floor. All right. Should we be facing, where should we be facing? Here? Here. Next floor, one cop is already here. Get the papers out and try to get the cop out, quick.
Get down on the ground.
Yay. I really wasn't sure where the window was. I was just like, yeah, let's just pull the trigger and go. Luckily, this actually kind of funnels, which is nice, because the walls are at an angle on the sides here, so they kind of funnel toward the window, which is very handy. So we can just kind of gather everything around here, and we'll be in a pretty good position. Yeah, I guess for this one, maybe start from the back and just push everything forward again. I kind of started doing that, and I was like, well, I really want to start getting stuff out that window. We're like so close, but I can't move. Like, come on. Hustle. And if I hold down on the shift too long, I kind of lose control. Like, movement gets a little weird. Yeah, no, we're not gonna do it. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's work in the far corners. Oh, there is still the cop in here. I forgot about that.
Sir, drop your weapon. Put your hands on your head and get down on the ground. You are going to
No.
be placed under arrest. Drop your weapon.
Pinky.
Put your hands on your head and get down on the ground. You are going
Pinky.
to be placed under arrest.
Where
Sir,
are
drop
you?
your weapon. Put your hands on your head. Get down on the ground.
Where
Sir,
are
drop
you?
your weapon. Put your hands on your head. Get down on the ground. Sir, drop your weapon. Put your hands on your head. Sir, drop your weapon. Put your hands on your
Really?
head. Get down on the ground. You are going to
Okay,
be
so
placed under arrest.
I
Drop your
launched
weapon, put
him
your hands on your head, and get down.
and I still got hit. Okay, so that's an issue. All right, let's try it again. At least we know now that they will attack you, though.
Get down on the ground. You are
All right,
going
let's
to be
hunt for
placed
this
under
cop.
arrest. You are going to be placed under arrest. Sir, drop your weapon, put your hands on your head, get down on the ground. Sir, drop your weapon, put your hands on your head, and get down on the ground.
No,
You are going
get
to
out.
be placed under arrest. Sir,
Oh,
drop your
come
weapon.
on, game. All right, this is getting a bit redonk. So I would say this
You are going to be placed
section
under
needs some work.
arrest. Drop your weapon, put your hands on your head, and get down on the ground. Sir, drop your weapon, put your hands on your head, and get down on the ground. You are going to be placed under arrest. Drop your weapon, put your hands on your
Get
head.
out of the
Sir,
bloody
drop your
window.
weapon.
Thank you. All right. Now we can finally work. The first time it was like super easy. And the past 2 times he just did not want to go out that window. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? You've gotta be joking. This is ridiculous. They keep saying do it faster. I'm like, there's no way. I can't run any faster. If you had me running faster, that would be something different, but you don't. Yeah, I feel at this point, it's not just the difficulty of the map. It's literally just the mechanics of the map and just like this needs to get
Drop your
worked
weapon, put
on.
your hands on your head, and get down on the ground.
Because this is feeling to be a bit much.
Get down on the ground. You are going to be placed under arrest. Drop your weapon, put your hands on your head, and get down. Sir, drop your weapon, put your... Sir, drop your weapon, put your hands on your head, and get down.
Oh,
Sir,
come
drop your weapon.
on. Oh, this is so obnoxious right now. Yeah, I will say, this is the most obnoxious map so far. It's becoming not fun, it's becoming frustrating.
Drop your weapon. Sir, drop your
Because
weapon.
I'm looking at it going, I don't
Sir,
know what you
drop
want me
your
to
weapon.
do.
Put your hands on your head and get down on the ground. You
Oh my
going to
god,
be-
are you kidding me?
Sir,
Go, dude,
sir,
get
drop your
out.
weapon. Put your hands on your head and get down on the ground.
I got shot even though they were already out the window. This is not a great experience right now. I want to have fun with it. I want to, but I feel like we go way too slow.
Get down on the ground.
And this cop, for some reason,
Arrest. Drop
is
your weapon,
becoming
put
a
your
lot
hands on
more
your head, and get down on the
resistant than they were
ground. You are
before.
going to be placed under arrest.
Come on.
Sir, drop your weapon. Put your hands on your head.
Get
down on the
out.
ground. Sir, drop your weapon. Put your hands on your head. And get down
What
on the
is... Yeah, they're not getting blown out the way they should be. So, yeah. We may have to wait until there's an update to this game.
You are going to be placed under arrest. Drop your weapon. Put your hands on your head and get down on the ground. You are
Which
going
is
to be placed
very
under
unfortunate.
arrest. Sir, drop your weapon. Sir, drop your... Sir, drop... Sir, drop your weapon. Put your hands on... Sir, drop your weapon. Put your hands on your...
Jeez. All right, there we go. Yeah, that was a bit much. It felt like there were times where the cop would just get launched, and then other times where it's like they were getting resistance from being on the ground or something, like in a weird way, like they were getting anchored down by something or supported by something that we couldn't see, if that makes sense. It's very weird. Mind you, they were quite a large cop too, so maybe that has something to do with it. Yeah, but if anyone has any tips for this level too, please let me know. Because so far, I'm trying to do the best I can. Trying to, push as much forward as I can. But yeah, it just feels like we just don't have what we need. Like we're not being offered something from the game that we need to better assist with this map. I know it can be done, but it's just feels like more of a pain than it should be. You know, it'd be great too if there were still people working here. And you had like some people chatting by a water cooler. They were like just so into the conversation. They just didn't realize what was going on. Or you have that one person who's like, I'm gonna eat the entire birthday cake now that no one's here. We could just like go into a break room. That'd be great. Again, fun little Easter eggs and collectibles and stuff I think would be a really good touch for this game. It would help with replayability for sure. And it would make moments stand out a lot more too. Make them a lot more memorable. And ideally get more people talking about the game too. Creating content around it. Okay, I need you to take bigger strides. Can you do that for me? Yeah, it's interesting too, because when things get close to the window, some things get sucked right out, whereas other things just act like they weigh hundreds and hundreds of pounds. Okay, I'll get that out. So I think we'll treat this like shaving, you know, you start on a corner and you just keep working toward a certain point instead of just jumping around, you know, so continue to try to do that as best as possible. Get in there. There. Alright, I hope we have enough here. I hope this will cut it. Fingers crossed. Come on, move faster. Okay, I feel like we should have this, but we'll see. There we go. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so starting from the back corners and just pushing in toward that center, which is what I was trying to do, but it also helps if you get rid of the cop as quick as possible and it works in your favor. Last floor, 2 cops are already here. Oh no, this is a dead end. Is this another dead end?
Going to be placed. Sir, drop your weapon. Sir, drop your weapon. Put your hands on your head. Get down. Sir, put your hands on your head. Drop it down. Sir, drop your weapon. Put your hands on your head. Get down on the ground. Sir, drop your
Sir,
weapon.
drop your weapon. Oh, come on. Oh, I am so tired of that. Because we run so slow too that it's really difficult to try to get a good angle on them and not just waste a bunch of time. Wait, is this a dead end? Before we start blowing stuff.
You are going to be placed under. Hands on your head.
Okay, I think they're sort of pincered. So I think one was on this side and one's on the other side. Come on, move faster, please. A master leaf blower's job is never done. I do really like the layout of the maps, though. I think for what they're trying to go for, like, you can really see the increase in difficulty, and it makes sense. I think the layouts are smart, for sure. Have to keep remembering to adjust that volume because it constantly changes. Okay, go up there. Oh, the other cop is close by. Yeah, this section I think is the tricky area. Just because there's so much stuff to get in the way. So many things the paper can get caught up on.
You are going to be placed under arrest. Sir, drop your weapon. Put your
Yeah, he
hands on
sounds
your
like he's
head, and get
right
down on the
behind
ground.
me.
Sir, drop your weapon. Put
Rather
your
than
hands
in
on your
front of
head
me.
and get down on the ground. You are going to be... Sir, drop your weapon. Put your hands on your head and get down on the ground. You
Come
are
on,
going
please.
to be placed under
Go
arrest.
out.
Drop
Go
your weapon.
out. Thank you. Hey. Quit resisting. I know you could say the same for me, but still. All right, let's focus on bigger groups of papers here. Well, we're almost to 75. All right, we gotta really haul. Come on. Move your little baby legs. I'm gonna put this on my LinkedIn and be like, paper herder. Pro paper herder. You got a copy machine that's going out of whack? I got you. Get out of my life. Oh, thank you. Oh. Woo. Well, thank you, old friend, you jerk. So with that, we have $3,866. We have completed the offices, the flats, and the docks. So what we have left would be the suburbs and the city center, which it feels weird because they keep saying like, oh, buy the hideout. Things will be cheaper once you have the hideout. And I'm looking at it going, but it's $6,000. Like, yes, I've spent some money in the shop, but you need $6,000 just to get the hideout. So I guess really what they're hoping for is that you'd play the flats several times to try to get gold. You would try to play the docks several times to try to get gold. And thus then you would be able to get the hideout before you really start getting into the offices, suburbs, and city center, is what I'm guessing. Because otherwise, it's like we only have 2 more sections of the map to go. And like by the time we finish suburbs and city center, we'll have enough for the hideout, and then what good does it do, right? So maybe some balancing, some tweaking on that needs to happen. Maybe it needs to get dropped down to 4K instead of 6K. Maybe 6K is a little too much, or we need to earn a little bit more money. That could be a thing too, but I think really it's just about trying to grind all these as best as you can. But the only caveat is if you jump around too, you're going to have to keep driving, which is putting wear and tear on your tires and all that other stuff. So it depends on what you want, right? Probably stay on a map, grind it to death as best as you can until you're sick of it, then move on. Maybe that's the way to do it too. But I am definitely intrigued to see where early access takes us for sure. As we can see here too, finished jobs at Flats, Villas, Docks, Office, and City Center unlock Chapter 1 Finale, Part 1, Part 2. So there will be chapters and finales. And it looks like this is just Chapter 1. We're not even into Chapter 2 yet. So there are going to be multiple chapters with finales. There's going to be the crazy mode as well. So there's a lot of stuff to engage with actually here. And it seems like there's going to be even more content. And I do actually really like, from what I can tell, where this seems to be going content-wise. So very intrigued to see. But thank you so very much for joining me once again for Master Leaf Blower here on Simulated Mind. And thank you for joining me for the offices. Next time we'll be jumping into the burbs. But until then, take care of yourselves and each other. I'll see you soon.